Rock the dock.
Save our harbour.
Save our harbour.
I'm here because I want to save the harbour and keep Sammy alive. I'm here because I want to save the harbour because I love going on walks at the harbour and I love seeing Sammy too.
I want to retain access to the docks for all the community, for walking, fishing, artists, bird watchers, dog walkers.
Save our harbour.
Save our harbour.
You come down here as a boy who used to fish, walk and play, and it's a shame that it'll be shut off for all the other kids that can come down, fish, play and do whatever. I think it's a travesty that they've actually stopped people from walking like we used to play and walk.
I'm here because as a very small girl I used to love coming down with my 4 siblings and my mum and dad walking along the breakwater and through the harbour. I remember crossing the Shugley Bridge that used to open and close as well, and I think it's awful that children now and children in future will be stopped from doing that.
Me and the wife and that will always walk down here in the summertime when it's good weather, and we don't know why they're going to put the fence up. We disagree with the fence altogether.
I'm here today because I want to support to keep the harbour open. I keep fit by walking regularly, and so that's why I want it to be kept. People have been walking in Burntisland for many years, and I want it to continue for many years to come.
I'm here today because I think this is the most ludicrous idea that we've had in the town for a long time. Absolutely pointless.
I like walking down here with my baby, and if we're not able to do that, that would be a real shame for the town and the community and those from outside as well.
Welcome, Burnt Islanders, to our march and rally, and thank you very much for turning out on such a chilly day. Thank you very much, pipers, for playing us in. It makes us really proud to be Burnt Islanders. It's brilliant. I also have to say thank you to Forth Ports for permitting us to have this rally on their land. I would like to say thank you to elected members. I'm not sure if there are any here, but if there are, you can identify yourselves and listen to us, your constituents. I think it was about 18 months ago that we first heard that Forth Ports might be wanting to fence off 3 areas of the East Dock: the West Peninsula, the North Quay here, and all of the breakwater. I don't think any of us took it that seriously. And indeed, COVID came along and our minds were elsewhere. But actually, during that COVID period, an enormous use was made of the dock and the breakwater area in particular for walking ourselves, the dogs, the children, and whatever else, and listening to the sea and just enjoying being so close to the sea and the water and having the privilege of being able to exercise in such a lovely area. And I think we've always taken it for granted, but now the possibility of it being removed from us, from our children and our children's children, is something that's actually a bit difficult to stomach. 6 months ago, we realised that Forth Ports was serious, and we formed a very small group to write to Forth Ports and say, think again. That didn't work, and we started investigating all the other things that we thought might be on our side. Was there a right of way? Well, for a right-of-way, you have to be able to go from point A to point B. And sadly, the lighthouse on the end of the breakwater did not qualify as a point B. Finally, we got to the business of Fife Council and the Planning Committee considering the listed building application or consent, which Fourth Port's required, because this whole area is a listed, B-listed area, reflecting the Victorian architecture and engineering. The Planning Committee met about 2 months ago. If I'm talking about pantomimes, you couldn't get much better than that. Anyway, the bottom line is we, the community, can no longer legally stop Fourth Ports from fencing off these areas. So we now have to move to Plan B.
So the big boys thought they'd get away with it. Fourth Ports thought we'd just lie down and accept all of this. And we as a community have got to stand up and fight it all the way. And this is a fight that we can win. It's a different kind of a fight because we can apply, if we get enough support from you, names on petitions to take this to Parliament and fight to buy back the land that's around here and do a consultation exercise with you and get what we want. Of course, all you people here are already on our side. What we want is each and every one of you to get at least 30 signatures on forms. Get these forms, get your friends, your family, people in shops and cafes, people sitting at home right now who don't really realise what's at stake. This is our heritage. This is one of the most beautiful parts of Burntisland, and we cannot let it go without a fight. And if we can win this fight, we can keep this land and make Burntisland even better. So are you on our side? Yes! Yes, absolutely on our side. When you walk along the harbour or walk along that breakwater on a lovely day and the sun's shining on the water and the wind's blowing in your hair and you look at the vista here, how can we let that go without a fight? We're going to take this to the nth degree. Yes! So let's give them a good fight for our sake and future generations. Get the forms signed and get them handed in to Grain and Sustain. It's not just about filling the forms in, you've got to hand them in to Grain and Sustain. And why we're going to do all this? Because this land is worth it and it needs our support to fight for it. See, when we've done it and you remember this day that we've all been here together, you can say I was part of this passionate group. Burntisland is a big community and every one of you have done a fantastic job coming out here today. Well done. This is the start. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
We're a wee town called Burntisland, on the southern coast of Fife, where people walk the dockside here and have done all their life. And the harbour stood for centuries, and it's full of history, and it's always been accessible to the likes of you and me. Everybody. Oh, who'll feed Sammy? Where will we walk the dock? Where will we go fishing when Fourth Port's fill the flock? Where will we go winching and watch the sun go down? 'Cause that's our ancient heritage they're taken from our town. Our dads and granddads played there, our mas and grandmas too. You might think that it's risky, but they managed to pull through. Now they're gonna put a fence up. They say it's 10 feet high. We'll have this great monstrosity reach into the skies. Everybody, who'll feed Sammy? Where will we walk the dock? Where will we go fishing when Fourth Port's fill the flock? Where will we go winching and watch the sun go down. For that's our ancient heritage they're taken from our town. They say it's for our safety, we'll awful off the side. That's very kind, but we're no daft. They're taking us for a ride. There's supposed to be procedures we should have had a say. Why did we get the feeling it would happen anyway? Who'll feed Sammy? Where will we walk the dog? Where will we go fishing when fourth ports fill the block? Where will we go winching and watch the sun go down? For that's our ancient heritage they're taken from our town. The council sold us down the line, led us a merry dance. Though our case was watertight, we never stood a chance. So now we're gonna stake our claim, we need to right the wrongs. We'll get our harbour back again, back where it belongs. Who'll feed Sammy? Where will we walk the dog? Where will we go fishing when fourth ports fill the block?
And watch the sun go down.
For that's our ancient heritage they're taken from our town. Feed Sammy, we will walk the dog. We will go fishing now, we'll be feeling kinda smug. We'll all go winching, we'll watch the sun go down. When our ancient heritage is brought back to this town. Well done, everybody. Thank you. When I moved to Burnt Island, I have my wee dog here, Leo, who's getting looked after at the minute by Andy. I came for a walk along here one of my first days and I found this harbour. And I'm like, my goodness, what's going on? How could such a small seaside town have such a large, beautiful, industrious harbour? So that led me to look into this. I found out that way back 4,000 years ago, the Roman commander Agricola used the natural harbour here, set up a base. They didn't get on very well, you know what I mean? They didn't get much further than they had to go, but that was good. Years later, Cromwell's troops came in, tried to get in this harbour, and they were sent back as well. However, in the 12th century, the monks of Dunfermline Abbey owned and ran this harbour. That's how long ago this shows how important this is to this area. In the 1500s, it was developed into the seaport, second only to Leith in Scotland. Could you imagine that here, where we're all standing? In 1540, James V improved this harbour and named it Our Lady Port. That's how impressive it was here. In 1715, the Jacobite army held this port for the 2nd of October till the 19th of December, till it was recaptured by government troops. That was here, right here. The Jacobites were fighting here for 2 weeks. That's what we're doing, we're the Jacobites, the modern day Jacobites. In 1844, we've heard how the new ferry link was established to Granton, with the world famous roll-on, roll-off ferry opened in 1850. The Burnt Island Shipping Company turned out ships that were through here through both world wars. Coal left here all over the world and bauxite came back in for the aluminium works. One of the things we could see here is how important this has been for thousands of years and how change has came and changes. Things have come and went and the fortunes of the harbour and the town have went up and down and they've changed and they will again. But this is one of the key moments here for a beautiful place like this to be fenced off with a big horrible, how could you describe it, I don't know. God, it just beggars belief. Defence is a beautiful thing after, and I think about what could be here, you know. I've thought that since I first came here. We've got the beautiful sailing club there. I wonder why we didn't have people learning to sail in here. Kayaking, diving, There's so many. This is a beautiful place here. There should be a cafe and restaurant, an exhibition centre. You know, there's so many things that could be here for the village, and I think it's easy for people to forget about it, especially when a lot of newcomers come into a place and then they realise the beauty. You know, another thing, my house in Kinghorn Road was built in the early 1830s. And when I renovated it, I come across a startling thing. The timbers in that house were reclaimed, the wooden ships that were getting dismantled here in this harbour. That's how intricately linked the harbour is to everybody in the community. So lots of people here with old houses are going to have reclaimed timber out of sailing ships in them. So I'd like us to spend just a wee bit of time thinking about what this area could be like, because I didn't understand Fourth Port's thinking here. All these thousands of years I've been talking about here, I've never heard of anybody getting killed in this harbour before and accidentally. It just doesn't happen. So there has to be another reason. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we're scared to speculate, I don't know, but I'll tell you what I think. I think they want to fence this off so the public can't access it anymore. Then after a certain amount of time they could rechange it to residential and build houses here and make millions so the rich people get even richer because they didn't want to keep their money in the bank and get low interest rates, so they'll buy up places like this, take them away for community use. That's why it's important that everybody sticks together and we support this scheme to buy this land for the community. Then we'll have a say, and in the future, maybe for our children and our grandchildren, this will be a beautiful area that will be talked to over the whole of the country. So I hope you're with me on that. So, thank you very much, everybody, for coming along. Thank you.
Oh, give me space, lots of space, under starry skies above. Don't fence me out. Let me walk along the harbour in Burntisland that I love. Don't fence me out. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of the sparkling seas. Send me off forever, but I beg you please. Don't fence me out, just turn me loose. Let me walk along the seawall underneath expanding skies. Be free to roam, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. I want to walk to the wall where the fourth commences. Gaze at the view till I lose my senses. I can't feed Sammy 'cause I can't climb fences. Don't fence me out, whistle. Don't fence me out. Don't fence me out. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of the sparkling seas. Cast me off forever, but I ask you please. Don't fence me out, just turn me loose. Let me walk along the seawall underneath expanding skies. Be free to roam, let me wander over yonder till I see those mountains rise. I want to walk to the wall where the fourth commences. Gaze at the view till I lose my senses. I can't feed Sammy 'cause I can't climb fences. So don't fence me out. Don't fence me out. Don't you fence me out. Thank you.
I support this cause very much so. I think it's You know, everything's been said today. It's been a fantastic rally about why the people of the community need access to such a beautiful part of the town. I feel very strongly about this, that you know, we need to fight back, and I'm delighted there's such a turnout today. And hopefully, you know, we've already got enough people signed the petition to go forward with the next step.
I'm here with my tractor to try and stop the docks from being closed off, because it's a good place for families to go and enjoy fishing and walking and the nature.
We'd like to save the harbour because we like to come down and feed Sammy, don't we? Yeah, come down for nice walks near enough every day. We don't want the big fence up, do we? No, no we don't.
Save the harbour. Have rocks. Beautiful down here, eh? Why they want to put a fence around it? You know.
I'm here today because me and my son were moving to Burntisland very soon in the next couple of months, and I heard about the Save the Harbour appeal on Facebook, and I just thought I'll get behind it because it's absolutely a beautiful place which belongs to the people. So we need to keep it with the people, and it just seems like a farce, this decision that's been made. Come on then, we'll do a wee sing song. Who'll feed Sammy? Where will we walk the dog? Oh, I've not got a good singing voice, but yeah, he loves it.
I love the harbour, and I run here a lot and I walk here a lot, and I don't want to lose it.
And I'm the same, yeah. I mean, I run here, walk. I'm down here 2, 3, 4 times a week, just walking. Love it. I can't understand why, you know, it has to be shut off from the community.
It's good for the soul, a go-to place.
We're just here to enjoy the lovely space and just enjoy the walk, and hopefully continue to be able to enjoy the walk.
Same as well, we're here, grew up in Burntisland, so I've always come down to the harbour. It was a part of my childhood, so I'd like to hope it'd be part of hers as well. She'd come and meet Sammy. Yay.
I'm here because the application by Fourth Ports to fence this off has no basis. They can make this safe without putting a fence up, and the fence removes all the community amenity.
The turnout today has been absolutely fantastic, and it just shows the strength of feeling within the community about this horrendous fence that Fourth Ports are intending to put up. I feel very strongly that this whole area should be left open for the public. It's been in the public domain for generations, and I'm very sad at the thought that I can't pass that same pleasure on to my children and grandchildren. So I'm fighting for this cause to the end. I feel very strongly that this whole area should be left open for the public. It's been in the public domain for generations, and I'm very sad at the thought that I can't pass that same pleasure on to my children and grandchildren. So I'm fighting for this cause to the end.